We do a lot of work for school district employees across the country, and I wanted to talk to James today about the difference between 403Bs and 457Bs. James, you like 403Bs, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why would you recommend a 403B?
So the beauty of a 403B is that if you do leave the school district, if you do happen to retire or leave your employment, you're able to pull it out as early as 55 years old, even though the IRS code states that 59 and a half, there is an existing position on that. Also, if you still work for the school district past 59 and a half, the one thing I do love, Todd, is that if I do need it to pay off my house, get rid of some things before I pull my pension, those kind of things, I'm able to pull it out after 59 and a half and still be employed without having any kind of penalty through the IRS.
While you're still working.
Exactly.
That's because you probably get asked just like I do, can I access my money while I'm working?
All the time, and then do I have to take it out as a loan or do I have to pay it back?
And how hard is it to do a hardship withdrawal?
Like financial hardship, like literally almost going to foreclosure for some things. I mean, literally.
You're gonna lose your house.
Exactly.
You gotta pay off medical bills that you have to have receipts for. How do people use a 403B with their pension?
Well, a 403B can use for multiple ways. When you do retire and you receive your pension, you can actually use it as to cover the gap by either A, you receive it as a lump sum when you retire, or B, there's ways to be able to do it so you can receive X amount for the rest of your life to be supplemental to your pension as well too, because unfortunately in some of our school districts, you know that Social Security, well, it either drops or disappears due to the fact that the windfall provision, that now that helps supplement that as well too. What are the benefits and disbenefits of a 457 plan?
Yeah, so one of the reasons why I like the 457 deferred comp plans is because if somebody leaves that school district, and nowadays we see people moving around a lot, people don't work for the same employer for 30, 40 years. But if somebody, say, works for a school district for 5 or 10 years and then moves out of state, once you leave employment, you can actually access your money and take your money without the 10% IRS early withdrawal penalty.
Really?
And that's huge, because even if somebody, let's say somebody starts right out of college and it's their first job and they work for 30 years or 33 years, and they can retire and receive a full pension at age 52, well, if they have a 403B, they can't access that till they're 55 without penalty.
Right.
With a 457, they can as early as 52. Anytime they leave employment, they can withdraw that money without that 10% early withdrawal penalty. One of the benefits of the 457B is once they leave employment, they can take that money out.
Right.
However, one of the biggest complaints that I hear is it's actually not owned by that employee. It's still owned by the school district or employer.
True.
Most of the time that's okay. However, there have been a few rare, very rare cases where a municipality or a school district has gone bankrupt and defunct. That money is gone. Even though that employee has put it in, it is possible that it goes back to the school district. That's extremely rare, but it is possible. That's one of the biggest concerns that I hear from people.
Okay, and am I able to access it even though, let's say, like for my 403B world, I can touch it at 59 and a half and still be employed? Can I touch it at 59 and a half and still be employed with the 457 plan?
Unfortunately, really the only way that you can get to your 457B money is through either a hardship withdrawal or a loan.
Okay.
So yeah, you can access it, but it's extremely difficult.
Gotcha.
So.
All right, so the benefits of a 403B is you will be able to access it as early as 55 as long as you leave employment. And you'll also be able to access it after 59 and a half while you're still employed for any reason, not as a loan or anything like that. The contribution limits are 18.5 up to age 49, and then 50 and older, you can put in as much as 24.5.
That's just like the 457B contribution limits. 18.5 prior to age 50, 50 and up, 24,500. And that's great for a plan to put in tax deferred money. Now, one of the things people need to remember with both the 403B and 457 is when they do pull out that money in retirement, they are going to be paying taxes on their contributions plus the growth. The difference will be whether they have that 10% early withdrawal penalty or not. One of the reasons, again, why I love the 457, if you plan on leaving employment or retiring prior to age 55. If you have any questions about your 403B or 457B plans, reach out to myself or to James, and we can make sure we take a look at it and you have the right plan.